What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Metallica. Yes, indeed. Metallica Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Shimmery Sound, Moed Cheyenne Bag, Ian Wakefield, Hyperrex, Simon Brunner, Mike Aceto, or Aceto. Actually, it might be Mike Aceto. Nintendo Switch 86, Ted Raider Garcia, Warhead, Sean Haberlin, Joel Van Damon, and Big Murph. Big Murph, that's right. They all want to see me react to this. It is Metallica with a tune called Halo on Fire. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Metallica, yeah, surprise, surprise, and the video has 17.5 million views. It'll get you there. You're gonna see a little different scenario here with me. Usually when I'm listening to these songs and doing these reactions, I got my IEMs in, I got my Ultimate Ears in. Unfortunately, I don't have them. They're being taken care of. They need some tender love and care. It's been a little while, so they're in for a deep cleaning and a tune-up. So, unfortunately, I won't be using my in-ears. I'll be using these today. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're fine headphones. They work great. It's just I miss my IEMs. I really do. But these work just fine, so there's no problems there. It's gonna sound just fine with these, so no worries. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? 'Cause here we go. All right, here we go. Metallica, Halo on Fire, official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
Whenever we see that word official, man, gets rough. Whether it's a official music video, official live video, official lyric video, official audio, whatever it says, the word official appears and you're getting it off the band's official page or off the record label's official page, the chances, the odds of the video getting blocked are going to be slightly higher. Now, I'm not saying that the video is going to get blocked. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the chances, the odds of the video getting blocked are a little bit higher. So I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure that, you know, I do everything I can to make sure that the video doesn't get blocked. So that means a lot of pausing, unfortunately. But I'd rather see you guys watch this for free on YouTube than have to pay $1 to go see it on the Patreon page. So we're going to hope for the best. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we get it for free on YouTube. And we'll just leave it in the hands of the metal gods, the rock and metal gods. You know, please let this get through. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
It's a long one, 8.5 minutes. intro. A lot of really good things happening. A lot of really good things happening. That layout right there on that last vocal line of the chorus where he said Halo on fire. Really nice, really smart. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't see that coming. It was a really nice surprise. I was expecting them to like hit the chord in the same rhythmic pattern that they were doing before, that triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, well, it's not really triplets. It's 3 8s, 3 8s, 2 8s. It's not really triplets. But I was expecting that same rhythmic pattern, and it didn't happen. Instead, they laid out. Very, very smart. That intro, very misleading to what was coming when they went into the first verse. Not at all what I was expecting from that intro, but it worked. It absolutely worked. Misleading, yes, but in a very pleasing to the ear way. I'll be honest with you, at first, I was a little put off by it. I was like, it was kind of a letdown. It was kind of a letdown until I saw the purpose behind the verse as a build-up into the pre-chorus, into the chorus. So they're using the verses basically as a prologue, I guess you could say, or as a lead-in to what really matters, which in this song structure that they have, it feels like the real meat and potatoes of the song is the pre-chorus and the chorus. The verses are really kind of being utilized for no other reason other than a lead-in to those two things, which is great. It's fine. But my knee-jerk reaction, my very first reaction to that was, oh. But after the intro into that verse, I was like, kind of a letdown. But now that I heard the build-up, now that I saw the lead-in, I'm like, okay, I get it, I appreciate it, and it sounds good. So, yeah, good stuff so far. Let's see where this goes. On the straight time, you got the snare on 2 and 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Allure, sweetness obscure. Abide, secrets inside. Deprive, to feel so alive. Obey, just don't turn away. Oh, halo on fire.
Halftime.
The midnight now is it away. His desire creates another hell. I fear to turn on the lights, for the darkness won't go away.
I love that halftime feel, man. I do. They're not actually switching tempo. It's still 1, 2, 3, 4. The tempo hasn't changed. What really changed more than anything, and it all really comes down to the drumming. It comes down to Lars and his placement of the snare. When you're in the straight time, you got the snare on the 2 and the 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we go switch to that halftime feel. He switches the snare onto the 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get that halftime feel without actually switching to halftime. I love it, man. I love it when bands do that. And I know Metallica are kind of known for their transitions. And I absolutely have, I've always appreciated that about Metallica. Going back to my favorite album, Ride the Lightning, where you really started to see their transitions coming into play. You didn't really see a whole lot of transitions in Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All, the songs were all pretty much straight ahead, other than the Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen was like the only song that really had any transitions. The rest of the songs, very straight ahead. It wasn't until Ride the Lightning where we started to see their transitional work really start to be showcased. And then, of course, Master of Puppets. I mean, God, every song had transitions. But here's the thing about Master of Puppets. I think it's a brilliant album. I really do. I think it's probably, I wouldn't say it's their best written album. I still think And Justice for All was their best written album. It's the mix that just killed me on that album. Destroyed it for me. But from a songwriting standpoint, I think Injustice for All is the best songwriting they've ever done. But everybody looks to Master of Puppets, and I absolutely understand why. I can see why a lot of people would say that Master of Puppets is their masterpiece album. I get it. And I'm not arguing with that. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, obviously. I personally think Injustice for All, from a purely songwriting standpoint, beats them all. But I do like the transitions. And like I said, every song in Master of Puppets has those transitions. This is very Master of Puppets-ish. I'm kind of getting vibes of for like the thing that should not be. You know, I kind of feel that in this song. Kind of getting those vibes, but not strong, but in a very faint way. Especially when it comes to the dynamics, you know, louder and softer, you know, fortis, you know, you're going up with the crescendo, coming down with the decrescendo. And playing around with the levels quite a bit. So yeah, I can see the parallel there, but it's faint. It's faint though. It's not like in your face, like, oh my God, this is reminding me of, you know, of that song. But no, it's there, but it's faint. But it's still cool. But I love that Play With Feels, man. They're doing a great job of it as always. Let's keep going here.
Fast is desire. Turn out the light. Halo on fire.
There's that layout again.
Prayers cannot get through. Return to sender. Onto it, jump you. Shall I surrender? Twisting in disguise. Dark resurrection. Lighting up the skies.
It is.
Wicked perfection.
Wait a minute, we switched it to a weird time signature there. Okay, the first part of this breakdown, we got, I wasn't sure. The second half of it, okay, 2 measures of 4/4, that's no problem. The first part of it, I couldn't tell if it was a measure of 6/4 or 2 measures of 3/4. It sounds to me like 2 measures of 3/4 because of the repetition. It's the exact same thing done twice. So that leads me to believe 3/4, 3/4, 4/4, 4/4. That's what it feels like to me. Now we got this weird one. I'm gonna have to go into 8th notes, I have a feeling. Let's see if I can get this time signature here.
Eyes, wicked perfection.
let me back up a little bit for the guitar solo. I don't want to have to pause in the middle of it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that would be 15/8? No. Nice. 7/8. There it is. Okay, come back on the color. So this is 15/8. I like that. Coming out of the solo into that, I mean, call it a bridge? Maybe a bridge? Possibly. Big dynamic shift. That's usually not enough for a bridge, but maybe it is in this case. Feels good. Whatever it is, I don't know if it's a bridge or a breakdown. I'm not sure, but it feels good. Feels really good. I like that shift in dynamics coming out of the solo. That's really nice. Right here. It did have a modulation and key. It could be a bridge. Very, very Master of Puppets-ish. Very Master of Puppets-ish with that long instrumental outro. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting track. Very interesting track. Wow. The more I think about it, the more I like it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Metallica with Halo on Fire. This was a request from Shimmery Sound, Mode Cheyenne Bag, Ian Wakefield, Hype Rex, Simon Brunner, Mike Aceto, Nintendo Switch 86, Ted Raider Garcia, Warhead, Sean Hamberlin, Joel Van Damon, and Big Murph. Okay, I had to think about this for a little while because I found myself really kind of geeking out, and I was jumping ahead of myself. If I'm being honest with you, I was getting ahead of myself a bit, and I was starting to let my geeking out kind of take control of my rationality, and I had to dial it back. I had to pull it back, and I had to say, listen, wait a minute. Let's take a deep breath and let's really look at this objectively, okay? So I did, and I took those moments to calm down, take a deep breath, take a few deep breaths actually, and okay. Now that I've calmed down, let's really look at the song. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise I'd be giving a score that I might regret an hour from now, and I don't want to do that. So I want to make sure I give an objective score. And I have a score here that I really and truly feel this is an objective score for me, because I'm looking at the score and it makes a lot more sense than the score I originally was going to give. So let's get to the score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 9.2. Yep, 9.2. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This is some of the best songwriting I've heard from Metallica post And Justice for All. This song, honestly, from a songwriting standpoint, this song pretty much smokes everything on the Black Album. Pretty much. After that, I stopped listening to Metallica. I did listen to Load and Reload. Was not a fan of either one of those albums. From what I can remember of those two albums, this song absolutely blows everything on those two albums out of the water. And then, like I said, Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, and Hardwired. I don't even know what song this album is on. I don't know which album. This might be on. I don't think it's on Saint Anger. It could be Death Magnetic, it could be Hardwired, then again, it could be Saint Anger, and I'm just completely off. But whatever album it's on, it was very, very well done. A lot of things to talk about here. I'm going to do my best to try and get through this as quickly as possible, but I'm not making any promises, folks. I might start geeking out again. Let's talk about the songwriting, first and foremost. The arrangement of the song, the construction of the song. Very smart usage of the verse. Now, I know a lot of people will put a lot of stock on the verses and the lyrics of the verses. I'm not talking about lyrics because I don't listen to lyrics. I'm not a lyrics guy. Lyrics go over my head and I don't really pay attention to them because I know where my strengths lie, and my strengths lie in the music itself, not in lyrics. So I have no idea what the song's about. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't care what the song is about. I really don't. It makes zero difference to me. What I'm here for is for the song itself, the music. And that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm going to be adjudicating here. So the song structure works. We have the intro, right? Intro is in E. The first verse, and then we got the pre-chorus and the chorus. Second verse, second pre-chorus, chorus. We go into this breakdown, not a bridge, a breakdown where we kind of change it up a little bit as far as feel goes, but not from a key change standpoint. We went from that into solo. So we use that breakdown as a lead-in into the guitar solo. Now, coming out of the guitar solo, we went into this modulation of key. We went from E to D, going up, not dropping down, but going up to D. It was a little misleading. I'll be honest with you, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I was thinking to myself, if they're gonna go to D, wouldn't it make more sense to drop down? But going up was very effective. And then from there on out, we stayed. Now, this is what made it interesting for me. Using that bridge, not just to kind of, you know, because usually when bridges, they'll switch key and then they'll go back to E. You know, like in this case, they start in E, they go up to D for the bridge, and then typically most bands coming out of that will come back down to their original key. They didn't do that here. They stayed up on that D for the remainder of the song, for the second guitar solo and instrumental outro. Interesting, very interesting. Not at all what I was expecting, but it sounded really good, and I absolutely dug it. I was absolutely here for it. That intro absolutely threw me for a loop. Now, here's the thing, and I said this during the course of the reaction. When they went into the first verse, I was kind of put off by it. I was kind of like, wait a minute, they had this big, epic intro with these great, you know, syncopated hits and these great subdivisions, and I'm like, and all of a sudden we're going into this vacuum of, you know, suppression and just feeling it come way down with the energy, way down with the feel. And I'm sitting going, what a letdown. But then when they went into the pre-chorus and I felt that build-up happening within the pre-chorus into the chorus where it stayed up, it all made sense. They're using the verse as the transition. They're using the verse as the setup for the build and the chorus. They put more emphasis on the chorus and the build-up in the pre-chorus into the chorus than they did in the verse. Usually it's the other way around. But it works, man. It absolutely worked. And once I figured that out, I wasn't nearly as put off by the verse as I was originally. I was like, okay, now I get it. Now it makes sense. I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. I like the chorus. I like the layout that they did in the chorus, where they had all the instruments lay out on that final vocal line. I believe he said "Halo on Fire," if I remember correctly. Very effective way to put the emphasis on that vocal line, especially when you're coming out of this full sound and that halftime feel, which they did a great job of. I've always given Metallica a lot of compliments on their transitions. They're like masters of transitions, man. They really are. Ever since Ride the Lightning, where they really started to kind of develop it, and then you really saw it come into play in Master of Puppets and Injustice for All. But in this song in particular, they did a great job using those transitions, switching from straight time feel to halftime feel. And you gotta give credit to Lars on that. He's the one that really kind of made that happen. You know, switching the snare from the 2s and the 4s to the 3s, just the 3s, and give it that halftime feel without actually switching to halftime. So good on them for that. The solos, I've heard far more impressive guitar solos from Metallica in the past. But what they did do during the guitar solos fit the context of the song. I don't think a super shreddy, super impressive, super fast guitar solo would have really fit in this song. I think what they did was just fine, fit perfectly. Still kind of geeking out over that bridge, transitioning up to D and staying up there for the remainder of the song. Really, really intelligent. James's vocals on this, showing off a variety of vocal styles. That softer vocal approach in the verses, building up into the pre-chorus and into the chorus where he really let the power go. It was nice to see that. It was really nice to see that. More than, you know, just, you know, volume at 10 the whole time like we heard like on Kill 'Em All, you know? Still love that album, don't get me wrong, but I there's a certain energy, vibe, and aggression feel that I really dig, and intensity feel that I really dig from Kill 'Em All. It's a sloppy album, but I love listening to it, man. The raw power in that album is great. But it was nice to see him kind of show off his vocal ability, what he can really do with his vocals in this song. And he did a good job of showcasing it. The song structure made perfect sense. The real mind blow, honestly, was the transition from the bridge and staying there more than anything else, and not falling into the temptation of going back to the original key. Instead, staying up there and making it work in such a way that you almost forgot about the first half of the song. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what, when they did go up into the D, it was like, okay, that's cool. And I kept waiting for them to drop down to the E, but there was a point. There was a point about halfway through, I think it was during the second guitar solo, where I completely forgot that they were in E. I became so comfortable with the D that it just absolutely left my mind. So that was a bit of a mind blow. It really was. And the song is very impressively written. Great usage of play on feel. Great usage of having a breakdown and a bridge. So yeah, I mean, I absolutely feel fully justified giving the song a 9.2. While I was geeking out, I was looking, I'll be honest with you, I was looking at 9.4, 9.5, and I'm really glad I did take those moments to calm down, take those few deep breaths, and really kind of look at the song objectively. I'm glad I did. Look, we're still up in the 9s. It's just instead of getting a 9.4 or 9.5, I'm getting a 9.2, okay? Not that big of a difference, let's be honest here, okay? It's still up in the 9s, so... yeah, 9.2, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So, 9.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.